Good morning, Cancer. Let's see what we have for you today. I'm not really doing intuitive messages that much, the stuff that I get through overnight, but I got quite a lot last night and I do feel the need to kind of run through it all because I feel like somehow it could be significant to either you or Capricorn, who I'm doing straight after. So there was something with a classroom, and there was a quote written on the walls. Sadly, I can't remember what the quote was. And then there was like a display of books, could be relevant to somebody. If none of this is relevant, it's fine. It's just leave it for who it is for. I had a dream that I was out, like kind of shopping in the city. I lost my coat and my bag, and there were two references to do with McDonald's. I actually went into a McDonald's in this dream, but there was like, I was also reading kind of like just knocking my thing there. Sorry, I was reading a description. It was like a text box underneath something, and it was like a bit of a story, but it was like it was making like a joke. It was like McFlurry, but it wasn't McFlurry. It was like, I don't know, it was kind of making like a pun on the name, and it said it twice, but I can't remember the specifics of it. So I don't know if somebody's name is like Mc something and they've got a nickname or something. I was, this is a bit of a weird one, but I was involved in something where there was like some kind of app, and you put your deck of cards. So it's similar to this, similar pattern. So you put your deck of cards in front of the camera on this app, and then the app adds more cards, but it also kind of like makes them shuffle and turn over. So you put one deck in a specific spot, and then it kind of like a sort of 3D generates an image of lots of cards. So something there with that. I had a dream where I got a very expensive electricity bill. Excuse me, sorry. It was like an unexpectedly overinflated bill. So it was like almost like well over double the amount of what a bill would normally be. It was like 700 and something pounds. So as I was writing this down, as I was making this note, I was getting a Lana Del Rey song through. The line, knew you were doing fine because I read it in a letter. Knew you were doing fine because I read it in a letter, something to that. But also I wrote the note, unexpectedly high Bill, and I thought, haha, that sounds like a person, like somebody called Bill who came around and they're either unexpectedly high or like someone who's always high and they came around unexpectedly, something like this. Then I saw a visual image of a banana, but it, you know, when bananas go brown because they've been left there for a while. So it was like a brown banana on a trainer. It was like I think it's like a black Adidas trainer with the three white stripes, but I'm not sure. Then I saw canal locks and like water control. So if you don't know what they are, in the UK we have like quite a lot of canal systems. They were used to transport goods. They're kind of like man-made rivers. So you have sections where it has to go up or down hills, and on these sections you have locks and they control the water flow. And what they do is like you'll have a place where the water's high and a place where the water's low, and the locks in between. And what you do is that you put the boat in, and then you can either like let more water in or let water out to kind of raise or lower the water level of this barge. Sorry, that's really boring you to tears, but just for people who didn't know what it was and they were curious. But what specifically the locks do is control the water flow. So I was getting this thing about controlled emotions. So there's something there. And then to your songs now, Cancer. Cancer, what have you been up to? Because your songs that I randomised on Spotify for you this morning were You Know I'm No Good by Amy Winehouse, I Cheated Myself Like I Knew I Would, I Told You I Was Trouble, and Bad Girl by Madonna. Kissing some kind stranger's lips. So definitely there is a theme here of there's a theme here of somebody who is stepping out of a relationship. My heart just turned over. I'm really sorry if that's really like something you've been concerned about. I feel like if you are in a really, really happy, healthy relationship and you're like, no, like I trust my partner completely, then this isn't for you. This is, it could also be somebody that you know. It could be like a sister or some like a friend who's going through this. And maybe I'm telling you so that you can support them. So take it as it resonates. Don't panic if it's not your story. It's just for somebody else. But yeah, so I don't know if this is you or somebody doing this to you or just a completely like a friend. But they are kind of beating themselves up about it, but they can't help it. They're in some kind of cycle of behavior where they just keep doing the same thing. I feel like it's quite self-destructive. I feel like it's like I don't know. It could be like sex addiction or a way of pushing someone away because they feel like they're not worth it. But yeah, I fall apart every time you hand your heart out to me. Okay. Also in that Amy Winehouse song, she's talking about she's in the bath and she's with this person who she's meant to be with, and they notice like she's got carpet burn, and it's like, oh no, I'm in trouble now. They've noticed. And then you also got kind of, as I was setting up Spotify, the first song that I pulled up to just kind of set it up was A Chemical Romance by Arctic Monkeys. A Certain Romance, sorry. So maybe someone listens to Chemical Romance. I don't know why I said that wrong. Maybe somebody's chemicals are involved in romance. I mean, they are, right? Because like it's all like our body making chemicals to make us respond to certain things. So this person could perhaps have some sort of chemical imbalance where they feel certain things more highly or more uncontrollably than other people. Arctic Monkeys, yeah, A Certain Romance by the Arctic Monkeys. Sorry, I got distracted there. Now, I don't know that song. I have liked it on Spotify, but I kind of skipped forward to just get a feel of what the song was like. And the line that it landed on was, "It don't take no Sherlock Holmes." So you could be figuring this out, or somebody could, yeah. It's like, this is what I'm saying. So if you're in a really happy relationship and you're like, what? This isn't yours. This is a situation where the other person knows or has a really good idea. You know, they are putting the pieces of this puzzle together, and yeah, they're not stupid. So right. So I don't know where that's going to go, but let's pull you a song from Spotify and see what else we get. So again, this could just not be your reading, so don't panic, okay? It might just not be your reading. If it is your reading, I think, or if those are your messages, like, yeah, you're going to know. You are going to know already. It doesn't take a Sherlock Holmes, right? So I am on, what's it called? Enemies New Year's Eve 2020 party playlist today. So I've had a bit of a swap. There are a few songs. I had a quick scroll. There's some songs that I know, some songs that I don't know. So I don't know what we're going to get. It's exciting. Best message for Cancer, please. Best message for Cancer.
In 2077.
Okay. Okay, there you go. It's Kill versus Maim by Grimes. Well, I don't like that. Don't like that. Art Angels. What does that say there? Number 4 could be significant somehow. I don't know why, but they just gave me Mambo number 5. So maybe this is relationship number 4 for somebody, but they're going to go on to relationship number 5. Definitely getting a little bit of player energy here. But Kill versus Maim, Grimes. And they've got a third eye on that image. They have got like a third eye, a psychic eye. Right, I'll listen to that off camera and see what that's about. Bit weird. You also, on that Cyberpunk advert that flashed up, the kind of song behind it was Bad Girl by Billie Eilish, which definitely, I mean, you've got Bad Girl by Madonna and Bad Girl by Billie Eilish now, so definitely something there. It could be that the Bad Girl by Billie Eilish is okay. Sorry, I'm getting there could right. There's two ways I can read this. So there could be a factor of kind of role play or playing the bad girl here, where because that Billie Eilish song is like let me just try and get the line. Hold on. It could be either or because it's like creeping around like no one knows. Think you're so criminal. Like when I play the role. I can't quite get the lyrics. You can go and listen to that though. But there's an element of kind of like playing a role, or kind of like if you want me to pretend to be bad, I'll be bad. And Billie Eilish actually says about that song herself that why have you got a wet foot, cat? That's not good. She's been on the window ledge. I think there's condensation. I'm getting really sort of distracted. I'm sorry. Yeah, an element of role play, like I'll be bad if you want me to be bad. I'll act bad because you think I'm bad. Again, this came up for you a while ago, especially with Madonna, where it was like definitely playing a role of some kind, where it was like I think you got Marilyn Monroe. Was it you, or was it could have been Gemini? But it's like somebody got Marilyn Monroe, and it was like they were pretending. It's very much like a role that they played where they were pretending to be bad, pretending to like be very flirty, like dating a lot of different people. But it was like my heart belongs to daddy. Like it was like an act, and they actually really loved one person. So another message that came through there, because I was about to say we've got two bad girls. So it could be for some of you that it's just role play, that this person isn't really like that. It could be somebody trying to get a reaction out of you, or there's literally two different girls, and it's like one is genuinely like the sort of girl who would sleep around or hurt someone, and the other is just kind of has the exterior of being like that, but actually they are very, very loyal. There's something to that. So it could be that you are, I mean, I don't know what your sexual orientation is, but it could be that you've been in a relationship where somebody's hurt you, and you're attracted to somebody else, but you're like, is this person also going to hurt me? It could be that it's an act with this new person, but I don't want to give you kind of false advice. So I'm going to go off camera and listen to that song, retune into the energies, and we'll pull some cards and see what else the cards want to tell you. Okay, we've got Bessie Boo back, so hopefully she's going to wander off in a minute. And yeah, she's been in a really scatty mood today. She's been kind of like barreling around the house like a black bullet, and attacking the Christmas tree. she's been in a very, very funny mood. So yeah, you could be dealing with somebody who's a little bit like that, a little bit scatty, a little bit lively tempered, perhaps a little bit possibly a little bit violent, like they strike out possibly unexpectedly. And if you're with somebody like that, I would definitely get out. I'd get out of Dodge. But yeah. Again, the kind of message that was coming through with those songs could be that somebody's in a situation where they are in a relationship that is wrapping up. I feel quite sick as I'm talking about this. I don't know if this is the feeling that somebody gets, but a relationship that's kind of wrapping up, it's coming to an end. They know it's coming to an end. Yeah, this could be something there for somebody. Right, I'm going to start pulling cards for you. Let's see what's going on here. Cancer, 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 Cancer. So best card, please, for Cancer. What are you dealing with? The ocean. Okay, something needs to transform. This talks about, it's almost like being in the chrysalis. Look at that, the mother as well with the pearl. Again, I got who's the diamond, who's the pearl. Yeah, so it could be definitely two people. Who's the diamond, who's the pearl? One of them could be a mother, one of them could be pregnant. There could be somebody who's a protective mother involved, protecting some kind of asset. But the ocean card, which has come out for you, is about dissolving, releasing, dissolving a situation, dissolving the assets. Could be a business ending, and transforming. It's very much like the butterfly, the caterpillar going into the chrysalis. It's painful, it's transformative, but you come out actually more magnificent on the other side. It could be that you've got some kind of connection with somebody over water. I'm getting that somebody could live by the ocean, or close to the ocean. Perhaps you met somebody at the ocean. They're giving me another Amy Winehouse song. They're giving me sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water. But they're showing me the visual. They're showing me two visuals. They're showing me Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, where they meet on the beach. And they're also showing me a visual of The Power of Goodbye by Madonna, where she walks into the water. So I'm going to note all those songs down for you before I forget. Interestingly, I'd already picked up on The Power of Goodbye earlier in the week, but I'm getting this thing at the moment where I don't know what's coming through for who anymore. So that's why I'm not doing the intuitive messages as much unless they come through as part of the reading. So I had made a note of The Power of Goodbye, but I've just, so it's come back up for you. Let's see. So again, doesn't have to necessarily be a love interest here, but there could be some kind of situation. Could be a business for some of you. Could be a friendship group. There's could be that a mother has passed away. I'm so sorry. My heart goes out to you if that's your situation, and my heart just turned. So yeah, somebody definitely felt that. Yeah, so this is the ocean. The process is, it's painful but healing ultimately. So I'll read you the card. So this is the overall message for the reading, the kind of background of your reading. Also noticing that almost looks like a spider web to me today. Like a spider, when you get a spider web and the rain kind of freezes on it, you get like, and then the sun comes up in the morning and it looks kind of beautiful and sparkly, like a cobweb made of diamonds. It's very beautiful. I don't know, you may have seen that recently, or you may see it soon. There's a siren there. The energy coming off it is very peaceful, like the universe is there for you. Somebody could have thrown a stone into the ocean. If somebody could have split up from a relationship and thrown the engagement ring into the ocean. The unconscious, the depths, the incomprehensible. Depths. Couldn't say that word then for a second. The power of the ocean is unmatched. To step into its salty waters is to step into the unknown. By its sheer volume, the ocean represents the unconscious, all that is beyond our understanding. We cannot live within the ocean. We cannot claim it, manage it, or own it. Sorry, I'm getting something through, so I just need to pause. I've been getting this thing through about water. It was in a San Tarot reading yesterday. So you can go look her up, SAN Tarot. She's amazing. I love the way she reads. So I do watch a lot of different videos of hers. And the Sagittarius reading, I was sat there going, oh my God, this is me. This is exactly what I've been feeling. And I'm not Sagittarius. I'm Sagittarius and Mars in Sagittarius, but my rising sign's Libra. And she was getting this thing where it was like, it's coming through for me as music and water. And it's like the energy of the collective, if you want to call it that way, whatever I hook up to get the messages, the energy's kind of got... It feels like it's thicker and it's heavy and it's more powerful. And I'm getting this thing where, I was literally not going to do readings this week. I was like, it's getting overwhelming. I don't know what's for me, what's for everybody else anymore. I can't distinguish what information is for who. Like, I've been saying it for a few days as well, so you can go and look that up. It's so and that's why I've stopped doing the intuitive messages as much at the start of the reading, because I was like, I don't know who it's for. I don't know if it's for me or someone else. So it's hard for me to distinguish what pieces of information are for who, for whether it's for me or like which sign. So it's kind of getting to be this jumble in my head, which is quite overwhelming for me. So the whole thing about this Santara reading was very, very similar. She was talking about like the noise, the vibration, the density of the air, the water levels. And I do feel like water holds memories. I've got a reading about that from a while back, where it's like the water cycle, something to do with like the water doesn't go anywhere. It always exists in the world. So you could bathe in a lake one day and then that rain could fall on me a year later. You know, the same water could pass through our bodies. So there's something to water, the water in the atmosphere, and the vibrations and music, to do with, because I get my messages through music. You saw how I did that at the start of the reading. Sorry, I'm waffling, but it feels like I'm meant to tell you this. So that Santara reading was, I was sat there going, yes, oh my God, this is exactly it. This is exactly it. To the point of like, she was talking about another energy, another presence. In the Libra reading, she was saying there's another presence that's like, that can teach you. It can teach you how to kind of tune the frequency, so that you know which messages are for who. And so I was asking my cards the other day, I was like, who is this presence? Who is this presence? Who is this presence? And the songs that came on were Starman by David Bowie. I was like, okay, so it's aliens giving me their messages. And then I clarified, and it came through with Hallelujah by Tori Kelly. It's not by Tori Kelly, but it's her version. So yeah. You tell me what to make of that. So yeah, I don't know. Something in those two songs though, which is interesting. Let's keep reading. It rejects our every attempt to dominate nature. Yet amid its overwhelming power, it calls to us, inspires us, and invigorates our life on land. It dissolves the little us into the big us. When the energy of the ocean is present, there is a change stirring that is beyond any change you've known before. I've got something else to say as well. The ego must dissolve. The saline swells work on your every cells, your fibres, your deepest underlying beliefs. Like Aphrodite, we rise from the ocean's trough, a new being. Life is change, let the wave crash. What I was also getting was another Billie Eilish song was playing in my head this morning, and it was specifically the line "When the water starts to rise," and it's all good girls go to hell. Yeah. So what's that? Let me just try and get the verse. Sorry, I'm trying to get the line, but they're giving me, your cover up is caving in. Men are such fools, why are we saving them? And walking wearing fetters, Peter should know better. And fires, that's the chorus. This is what I had in my head this morning. Fires burn in California. Don't say I didn't warn ya. When the water starts to rise, she'll want the devil on her team. So weird messages coming through there. I'm gonna note that down for you. All good girls go to hell. All good girls go to hell. Billie Eilish. But it's like teaming up. Okay. Study waves, touch their surface, get in the water. No matter where you live, each drop is part of the whole. The ocean is in every tear. I'm thinking that I need to start working with water more. I know Baba Jolie has a bowl of water. She's another tarot card reader, and she looks into the bowl as she's reading the cards. So maybe I need to start doing that. But I'm scared I'll get the cards in the water. The ocean displays every emotion without shame. To witness its glassy moonlight surface and its unforgiving storms is to know the full spectrum of the human experience. Study waves, touch their surface, get in the water. No, have I done that? Sorry, my brain's elsewhere now. Deeper than deep, big dreams, discovery. When dark, submerged, drowned, polluted, unpredictable. Go deeper, Shakespeare's The Tempest. Jerry Colt's The Raft of Medusa. Right, okay. So a dissolving of the ego, not putting yourself first, but putting the greater good first, teaming up on some sort of project to Sorry, I had to pause then because I was getting the thing where my crown chakra opens up. I got a song by Usher. They gave me a different song first, but I think they were going for Bad Girl by Usher as well. I need a bad girl. Work me, baby. Come with me the way I like. I'm ready to be bad. I need a bad girl. Super bad, baby. Get at me, bad girl. Get me one of them. Get me one of them. What's that about? So someone likes it, maybe. Yeah, okay. Be careful what you wish for, though, they're telling me. Right, okay. So we're going to go, your reading's got so long already. We're going to go, what lessons were you supposed to learn, Cancer, in 2020? What do you need to release before we move into 2021, or as we move into 2021? What opportunities are coming up for you in 2021, and what obstacles or challenges may you face? So let's have a look. So what was Cancer supposed to learn in 2021? So something's hiding. I'm going to deal with this first. So there's this nest, and it's with the Four of Swords. But what I'm noticing is, again, the number 4, right? I'm noticing the thread here between these 3, and also the pearl on the thread. And then there's 3 pearls over here. They're not pearls, but I'm reading them as, I mean, they could be. That's how I'm reading them today. And you had that pearl with the mother. So somebody could have been taking a time out to kind of rest and recuperate, in a place where they felt safe. This is kind of giving me 3 of Swords energy of like a broken heart. So somebody could have been resting and healing from a broken heart, something that's quite painful. But you can see that they're not, these spokes aren't actually piercing them. They're just kind of there with them. So it feels very cathartic. It feels like taking a time out to rest, having that cathartic process after something that's been quite heartbreaking or painful. Again, it's like this is the transformative energy. So taking that time out with the 3 of Swords, it's the 4 of Swords, but I'm seeing it as the 3 of Swords there, is that kind of, look at, she's in the nest as well. So somebody could have gone back to the mother. And there's 1 pearl, right? What is this? So number 1 as well. One pearl in there with the mother. Healing, resting. Someone could be pregnant, or this is somebody going back to the mother to heal, or healing a relationship with their mother. The hunter there on the bottom. Could be childhood factors that you've been kind of revisiting, re-looking at, reassessing. But then after the recovery period, you get this 3 pearls on this piece of string here with the 4th sword and a full heart. The heart's healed. So again, this could be somebody healing from a previous relationship, moving on to a new relationship, but it's more abundant. There's 3 pearls here. Someone could have 3 children or 4 children. So, but then this leads into this sun. So the sun is the happiest card in the deck. It's freedom. So it's like you come out of that kind of cocoon period with your arms spread wide, like the butterfly uncurling its arms. It doesn't have arms, does it? Its wings in the sun. And then like when you first emerge from that cocoon, it's like you can't fly immediately. It's still part of the process to kind of like get up and stretch, and kind of like the wings are like damp at first, so like drying out your damp wings in the sun and getting energized by that and healing, and then feeling confident and beautiful and expansive and free. So you've been learning how to heal. You've been processing heartbreak. You've been learning how to heal that, and it's taking you to a very, very beautiful place. But there's something hidden here. Just kind of show you. So this could be giving us information about what's healing. Again, this could be something about childhood, because the the Six of Cups card is about nostalgia for the past, about, like, you see, he's thinking about his childhood. So, or children. So take it as it resonates. It's either you and your children, you and your parents, or you thinking about your childhood. But definitely, this is a card about equal give and take, emotional balance. And then you've got this Queen of Swords, and she is looking back. It's like this is what there she is, sort of doing that healing, sitting up in bed. It looks like a mattress, right? She's actually got her heart locked away in a cage there. So she's been processing. This Queen of Swords, a lot of mental energy. You've got Four of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Swords are all about mental processing and communication, but she's not communicating. She's got her sword facing down. It could be that you've healed after some kind of communication with those spikes facing upwards. So there's this process of healing, contemplating, thinking, figuring things out, not opening that heart space right now because they're really kind of reassessing, but this is what she's got in her head. This is what she's assessing. This is what she's thinking about. I'm just noticing kind of like the clouds. So something there. That's kind of what you've been learning, I think. They're giving me, again, power of goodbye. You were my lesson, I had to learn. I was your fortress, you had to burn. Painted a warning that something's wrong. I pray to God that it won't be long. Excuse me. Could be a lesson there about boundaries and parenting for somebody. My son just came into the room. Now, he's already been in once as I was listening to the music and setting up the reading. And I told him quite clearly, he asked for a cup of tea, but I'd not long since made him one. So I said to him quite clearly, when I finish this reading, I'll come down and I'll make you a cup of tea. And any questions you want to ask me, you can ask me then. So he knew the boundaries. But he's just come in again and said, can I have some chocolate? And can I have a hug? So the hug is his way of kind of trying to manipulate me to give him chocolate. He's young, he's learning. And I said no, because I asked you to not interrupt me during my reading, and I said to you I'd make you a cup of tea and give you the things you wanted when I came downstairs. And he said, I can't have a hug. And I said, you can have a hug after the reading. So there's something there about drawing boundaries. I think the Queen of Swords will draw boundaries, and sticking to them, and making sure that you're clear with somebody what you expect, what the line is, what happens if they cross the line, and just being very clear with those boundaries. So that could be something that somebody needed to hear there. Anything that happens in a reading is part of the reading. Okay, so what does Cancer need to release? Whoa. Okay, yeah, you need to end something. You need to end some sort of cycle and walk away. There's a lot of baggage in the situation. You're feeling very, very burdened by it. There is a sense of trying to hold on to something. So trying to cling to something, or to protect something, or could be, it's coming through as material things. You can see she's got all these bags. So she's got a lot of stuff. She's protecting her purse. So it's like something to do with like money or material possessions, or it could be like you need to leave a situation but you've got a lot of clothes to take with you, or she's trying to protect some kind of material assets here. So it's telling you to kind of release that preoccupation with literal baggage, with literal things, money and possessions. It may be if you need to leave some sort of situation, again, could be workplaces, could be about salary, a really good salary that gives you a lot of money so that you can afford to buy things that you want to buy, or it could be a relationship where you want to take a lot of stuff with you. You want to get as much out of that materially as you can. So it's saying that you kind of need to drop the baggage, release, and go into the future with a kind of clean slate. Also release this Five of Cups energy. The Five of Cups energy, again, is like this process of kind of feeling, it's like looking back at the past, feeling quite melancholy, thinking about the spilt milk, thinking about the things that didn't work out. The thing with the Five of Cups card is normally there's 3 cups that are turned over and 2 cups that are upright, and the 2 cups that are upright symbolize an equal relationship. But there's something here where she's playing with one of the cups and pouring it out, and that other cup behind her has a lot of, like, it looks almost like a treasure chest. There's a lot of stuff in there that's like to do with treasure. So somebody, I'm just getting this sense of like playing with somebody and a preoccupation with material things. So if this is not you, it could be somebody that you're dealing with and you need to release that person. But I'm seeing it more as a behavior, like a need to hold on to possessions. And I'll pull more clarity. I don't want to say too much and read things into it that I'm not sure about. So I'm going to get clarifies on that. We'll see what comes out. What opportunities, Cancer, if you learn your lessons, if you do this healing, if you let go of the baggage, what opportunities will come in for you in 2021? What is Jupiter bringing in for you in 2021? Yeah, you're definitely looking to the new horizons there, being very patient, waiting for something. There could be a sense of you knowing that something's on the horizon, knowing that a wave is going to come in for you. And you're feeling much more emotionally stable here. So you can see that she's got the surfboard. She's prepared for the wave to crash. So she's prepared for... I'm seeing it as emotional waves. So you're not going to let the emotional wave knock you down. You're going to, when the wave comes in, it's going to be a ride. It's going to be an emotional opportunity that you're preparing for. And here you have this balance of water and fire. So it's like balancing out your passion with your emotions, sex and love, if you want to put it that way. And you can see as well the water and the fire. So there's definitely some kind of opportunity here involving love and passion coming in. But make sure you are prepared to ride the emotional wave that is going to come along with this. Temperance card is all about balance and patience and being very, very steady. So if you can do that, if you can do that healing work, then you're going to be ready for the opportunity when it comes in for you. So what's going to happen in what sort of challenges might Cancer face in regards to this, please? What kind of challenges may... Yeah, there you are again. There is a sense here of you being... This is a very Cancerian card. She actually looks like a girl that I used to work with who was Cancer. This is like... your challenge is really to let go of that emotional baggage from the past. You can see again, she's kind of turned towards these cups that didn't work out for her. So it's like these relationships that didn't work out. It could again be something ancestral here, some kind of family thing from childhood with that tree in the background. But she's looking back again at the past. She's kind of moping about the past. So it's saying the challenge is to stop moping about the past and look towards this kind of like divine cup that's coming in for you. You can see there's a hand here coming in with this cup, and it's not treasure, it's not material things in here. It's like these beautiful colours. It's like this beautiful soul coming in for you, and you're just not going to see it. That's the challenge for you. It's like the challenge is getting you to look up and see the opportunities that are coming in for you. That there, look, the Ace of Cups, there's new love coming in for you. So if you are leaving a relationship, just know that there's kind of like this divine, again, aces are all about gifts from the heavens, gifts from the universe that are very, very healing and beautiful and wonderful for you. There's got this gorgeous opportunity coming in, so just don't get stuck in the nostalgia and the melancholy for the past or the things that you've lost, especially material possessions, because that material possessions ultimately do not fulfill you in the way that emotional connections do. So do you have anything else to tell me about the lessons that Cancer was meant to learn? You've been very secretive, Cancer. King of Swords, Queen of Swords and King of Swords. So you've got 2 people there. You could be... Swords are about communication. So this could be 2 people. This could be a couple. They could... The female energy, now it doesn't matter if you identify she, he or they, but whoever is the more feminine typically feminine energy, is not communicating, the processing, they're doing the process. The King of Swords is ready to communicate. They're kind of holding their sword high, which means that they're open to communication. And they are looking, they've got the butterflies behind them as well. So there's this transformative energy again coming through. I was talking about this cocoon. It's like coming out of the cocoon. Now, it could also be, if it's not a partnership of some kind, it definitely... this is like two people who are very logical, very communicative, can be a little bit guarded or a little bit shocked. Sorry, my video cut out. A little bit shocked, sometimes a little bit brutally honest with the words. It could be that the masculine energy is slightly more communicative and slightly harsher, where the Queen of Swords is more reluctant. Now, normally it's the other way around. Normally the queens are much more open to communication, and the kings are much more reserved. So there's a bit of something going on there with that. This queen also has one bird and this king has two birds, so there's something to that as well. So sorry, just thinking about the pearls again there. There could be something with the birds and the pearls, like 3 and 1, like 4. You have the number 4 as well. So somebody could have 2 children, someone else could have 1 child. There could be another child on the way somehow, something like this, which makes the 4 children. But they're in different places, I'm noticing as well here. The queen is by the ocean, right? She's dealing with those emotions. The king is interesting. They're giving me, it came through for me the other week again. I haven't mentioned it in a reading yet. But I got a nursery round through the other week where it was like, the king is in his counting house, counting out his money. The queen is in the parlour, eating bread and honey. So it's like maybe you and this person are even in separate rooms of the house. You can see the King of Swords, he looks like he's up a mountain with trees. So maybe someone's by the ocean and somebody's in the mountains, literally. Or it could just be like a separate place in the house. Or it could be like a separate place in terms of thoughts or what you expect from a situation, or the action that you need to take in a situation. Okay. So tell me more about what needs to be released. Do you want to tell me more about the baggage, please? Okay. Get out of that place where it's coming through that you are really struggling to let go of something from the past here. The healing... Obviously, you need to heal relationships, but it's saying to you, you need to complete that healing. You need to let go of the past, complete the healing, because that's when the sun comes through for you. So the sun could actually indicate some kind of child, especially if you've got a child who's a Leo placement, or somebody, or you're dealing with somebody who's like a Leo and they've got parents. Obviously everybody has parents, like we're birthed into the world somehow. So 4 of Swords, yeah, so it's like, come on, get up. You've got to get out of that place. Once you get up and get out of that, and it's painful, right? It takes steps. You've got to process. You're doing healing, so it's not like you lay there doing nothing. You are healing, but the universe is telling you to drop the baggage, and then the good stuff can come in. The 2 of Swords is blocked intuition, blocked communication, being very stubborn, sitting there with your arms folded, saying no. It's almost like there's, again, I feel like these 2 people are in different places in some kind of communication. It's like one sword's pointing this way, one sword's pointing that way. So there's like crossed swords, and there's like different wanting to take different action in a situation. But this is coming through as this energy because she's by the ocean. Don't play games with anyone. Work with your emotions. Acknowledge them. Don't blindfold yourself to them. Acknowledge them. Work with your emotions to process whatever this is that needs to be processed and released for you. 3 of Wands and Temperance. So tell me about the opportunity that's coming, and tell me about the wave. There you go. Look, Cancer. For God's sake, Cancer. I'm sorry, I'm annoyed with you, and I shouldn't be. It's not the best way to deal with your energy. But do you know, I get what I get the energy that I'm given. the message is for a reason, and the energy is somebody could be feeling this way about you, or you could be feeling this way about somebody else. But it's like, right, come on, Cancer, like that, enough's enough, get up. Like it's like almost like being a bit of a martyr almost. I'm sorry, Cancer, I'm so sorry, because this is harsh, okay, but I'm delivering. It could be this King of Swords is saying this to you, but it's coming through as though you're being a little bit of a martyr, or you're being seen as being a little bit of a martyr. I mean, you are healing, okay, I can see that you're healing, and it does take longer for some signs, especially a sign like Cancer, who really feels things very, very deeply. But this other energy, it could be dealing with an air sign, because I'm an air sign, and to me it's like, right, come on, like, how much crying can you do? You've got, like, it's not getting you anywhere. It's not getting you anywhere. Get up and take steps to make you know, to find that happiness. Because, you know, like, it's not like the air signs don't feel. It's just that we don't sit in those emotions. We don't drown in them. We kind of have a really, really good cry, and then it's like, right, bored now, what's next? I mean, it depends. It depends on, like, again, the chemicals in your body and things like this. Sometimes you literally have to go to the doctor and get help, because if you're stuck in that for too long, Cancer, it could be some kind of chemical imbalance that's stopping you from releasing and moving on. So do approach your doctor if you feel like this healing process is taking longer than it perhaps should be, or it's very, very painful and you're struggling to cope with it and you feel like you're not getting anywhere. Do go and seek medical advice, because it could be some kind of chemical imbalance with that chemical romance slip up that I had. But then once you release this, once you get out of this, you've got this, like, ready to ride the waves. It could be that somebody needs, like, counselling, you know, how to handle your emotions better, how to ride the waves. But it brings you to the Ten of Cups, which is happiness shared with other people. Like, look, it's like happily ever after. So Cancer, like, get help if you need help. Accept help if people are trying to offer you help, because sitting there with that baggage is not the best for you. It's really not. You're just hurting yourself. So if you want the rainbows and the sunshine and the happiness and healing, you've got to put some kind of, you've got to take some sort of steps to get out of this, is the way it's coming through. I'm sorry, I don't like giving you harsh readings. I'm very much on your side. Understand that I'm not being mean to you, and I know a Cancerian could feel very much like, this person's being mean to me. Why are they being mean to me? I'm not being mean to you. I'm on your side. I want you to get the best out of life that you possibly can. I want you to get to that place where you're happy, you're healed, and you're having a great time with other people. This is like the Minor Arcana Sun card. It's so happy. It's like, where do you want to be? Do you want to be here? Where, like, happiness, happily ever after, sunshine and rainbows. I'm pointing to the rainbow, by the way, this divine cup, this divine love that's trying to come in for you. But she's still there, like, stubbornly looking back at this past, being a bit of a martyr. I'm sorry, Cancer, that's how it's coming through. And again, I'm saying this for your own good, because perhaps you need to hear it. Perhaps you need to hear it. Perhaps the King of Swords has been telling you this, but you know them too well. You're not taking their advice. So sometimes it takes a stranger on the internet who literally does not know you and does not know your story to be like, look, the universe is telling you this. So I'm sorry, it's coming through so harshly today. I'm sorry, Cancer. Right, Four of Cups. So tell me about the challenges. Yeah, okay. So the challenge is literally to let go of those burdens and to drop them, keep them dropped. This is the same card as this card here, the Ten of Wands, but you can see it's reversed. So the challenge is that the baggage of the past may sometimes present itself to you again, or you may have a tendency to be looking back. They're giving me Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis. So you may have a tendency to keep looking back at those the baggage from the past, the burdens, which is stopping you from having this beautiful healing future. So be aware of a tendency to do this. If you find yourself doing it, you know, be aware that that is a bad behavior pattern for you, and it's blocking you from your happiness. So you can get yourself out of that. You don't need anyone else to make you happy as well. Two of Wands there, making the decision there. Could be making the decision to contact some kind of support service, doctor, counsellor, a great friend who can get you back up out of that bed. So can I get a spirit animal guide, please, for Cancer for 2021? What should they watch out for? Who's going to look over them? Spirit guide for 2021 for Cancer, please. Okay, they came out in the reverse. There's a coyote spirit there as well. Trust in divine detours. So you've got, I'm going to read the protection messages. I'm not surprised that you've got the protection messages, actually, looking at the energy here that you're dealing with. 24, electric eel spirits, bring your ideas to life. 18, Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch, but they're in reverse. So we're going to see what they say. So watch out for electric eels. Could be something to do with electricity here for you. Watch out for deers. They could definitely be kind of like messengers from spirits. So obviously it could be real, it could be in a TV show, in a movie, in a picture, but if you notice eels or deer, pay attention, because the universe could be trying to draw your attention to what you were thinking about at the time, or trying to point you into a certain direction, or steer you away from something. So just be aware of, like, when you see these animals, and what are they doing, like what does it tell you as you move into 2021. So let's do 24. Electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life. So you're getting the protection message. Ideas need to percolate. It's really funny. I was talking about ideas percolating. I was showing an image of a coffee grinder with like the coffee dripping through. I can't remember which sign it was for. I've got a feeling it was Capricorn, but I could be wrong. Ideas need to percolate, as they rarely download in detailed form. Have you too quickly dismissed an epiphany because you couldn't see where it might lead you? Have you, that feels like your energy. That feels like what you're doing. Dismissing things before giving them a chance. Perhaps out of fear of getting hurt. Have you too quickly dismissed an epiphany because you couldn't see where it might lead you? Have you rushed to follow the muse without taking time to contemplate the meaning of your aha moment? Perhaps your dream will take a different form than you first imagined, morphing into something else that is even better. Spirit's plans are often hard to discern, but so much more satisfying once they have taken over from your own predetermination. Maybe your big idea is taking more time to shape than you expected. Have you considered that you are meant to learn something in the process of bringing it into being? Commit to transformation, again, transformation, that butterfly energy that keeps coming through, and learning any lessons that this new venture will bring. And soon you'll see that your aha was even more valuable than you realised when you first felt it electrify you. Okay. So the Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch, and it's in the reverse, so protection message. Dear Spirit is bringing you a gentle warning that now is not the time to engage in an argument, King and Queen of Swords, no matter how volatile others are being. Do not match their intensity with your own. You are dealing with an overly assertive person. If you are dealing with an overly assertive person, step back and disengage, lest you agree to something out of alignment with your intentions. Don't let anyone bully you into anything you're uncomfortable with. Maybe that's why I was picking up on that energy of being like, right, come on, get up. But I do feel like that was also like universal. But don't let anyone bully you into anything you're uncomfortable with. You have a solid footing if you stand your ground with grace. Those who disagree will begin to find their own gentleness and willingness to compromise. Dear Spirit also brings the message that it might be easy to offend someone today, or take offence because someone lacks diplomacy. It could be me, sorry. Let all of that pass. You are not meant to take this world personally. It feels like such Cancerian energy. While it's a beautiful gift to be sensitive, today you need a tougher hide so that any compromises you make allow you to maintain your integrity. Wow, that is so much your energy. Again, it's like that Queen of Swords, right? You don't have to raise the sword. You don't have to engage in battle. You don't have to cross swords with somebody. That's what it's telling you to release, if you remember. Release the crossed swords. Release that. Like, I'm seeing clashing swords, which is like verbal disagreements. So yeah, it's like you can hold on to that sword. You can hold on to your truth. You can have that inner knowing. That kind of like, look how sort of like zen she looks. She knows her truth, and she doesn't have to engage in the battle to win the war, is the way it's coming through. You're protecting your heart already, finding that emotional control. So yeah, I hope that was reading for helpful for you. That was a bit of a tough reading, actually, Cancer. I'm sorry that I told you off. But I do hope it was helpful. I do hope you find a way to heal and release the baggage and look towards that really bright future that's coming in for you, because it looks so good. If you like, leave a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'd really appreciate it if you did. If you think this is somebody's story that you know, a friend's story perhaps, do pass it on, because it helps out my channel. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate everybody who leaves me those supportive comments as well. If you want to come in as a stealth watcher, if perhaps this is a little bit too personal, you don't want to acknowledge it, that's also absolutely fine. I totally understand that. So, Cancer, have an amazing 2021, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.